Hello, my name is Chris and I will review the Land Rover Defender. For those of you unfamiliar with Land Rover, this is a $92,000 Canadian Land Rover Defender 110. The 110 means 4-door. This is also the X-Dynamic SE P400. That is a mouthful. It is basically a Jeep with a higher level of aesthetic and luxurious appointments. I will look at the exterior, interior, take it out on the road, and by the end of this review, I should have persuaded you that Defender's interior and exterior aesthetic quality is worth the seemingly pricey $92,000 plus taxes of this tester. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, especially longtime subscribers. The exterior design is truly beautiful. The paint quality, the build assembly, it kind of feels high-end German. Land Rover is truly different in terms of the design language. If you want unique, this exterior will achieve this for you. This color is distinctive. The shell-like finish of the clear coat smacks of quality. The trunk is distinctive and smallish. In this interior, you also feel your money with extremely smooth finishes. Why don't more manufacturers have soft skin materials like this? You're gonna love it. The wide steering wheel betrays its off-road purpose, as do the exposed screws on the doors. It isn't as evident as a Jeep, but you do get these glimpses of ruggedness. The optional sound system plays very well, and there are a plethora of options available. The seats are good and comfortable with a pricey feeling texture. The suspension is hyper comfortable. The road noise is subdued to a price appropriate level. The engine is powerful. It is a V6 turbocharged engine and it churns out 395 horsepower and 406 pounds of torque and reaches 60 miles an hour in a convincing 6.1 seconds. Fuel economy understandably stands at 13.5 liters in the city and 10.8 liters on the highway, but in the city it is way over 15 liters per 100 kilometers. The EPA says 1722 mpg. Obviously, this is a 4-wheel drive and Defender comes with an 8-speed automatic. Here are my thoughts on the road.
Hello car lovers, driving the Land Rover Defender 110 X-Dynamic SE P400 2021. That is redonkulous. What to say about this vehicle? Well, first let's start about who and what this vehicle means for potential buyers. I think the closest resemblance I can find in terms of what this vehicle generates is perhaps the Jeep. And the Jeep is a passion vehicle. I don't know any Land Rover owners, but I know a lot of Jeep owners, and what it does, and it kind of like makes them feel, it has an outdoors feel, it has the feeling it can go anywhere, get out of anything. Briefly put, the adventurer, the scrappy adventurer, a World War II vehicle. And that's Jeep, it's a feeling. It's the way it makes you feel, right? Well, I think Land Rover has a similar thing, perhaps less plebeian, but nevertheless a similar sentiment with somebody like David Attenborough, who's running around the Serengeti with his Land Rover, running after giraffes or something like that, you know? Outdoorsy, classy, a little bit indestructible if you want, can go anywhere and do anything, but with a lot of class, with a lot of refinement, and with a lot of taste. And I think if you have that mindset, I think this Land Rover will deliver. The model here is $92,000. That's a lot of money. However, when you look at it on the outside, I feel I'm getting my money's worth. Distinctive color, distinctive paint job, distinctive styling. Awesome. Awesome at that level. No matter which angle you're looking at it, it's either excellent or awesome. That's the only two things you can walk away from looking at this Land Rover. On the inside now, a similar sentiment, I would say. First of all, this thing, we don't have any access to trails. However, we're better equipped to test the trails here in Montreal because we have Montreal's roads. And Montreal's roads are among the worst on the planet. Horrible bumps everywhere, excessive speed bumps everywhere, and this Land Rover is taking them like cake. It's so funny. It never once became undone during my whole drive with it this afternoon, and it's freaking awesome. Also, when you take it out on the highway, no cabin noise. Really awesome on that level. It kind of like blends comfort and off-road capability, whereas the Jeep does only off-road capability. Back on the inside again, this room, this space, very good. Nice visibility here, looking in front, looking on the side. Rear 3/4, not so good. In back, the tire gets in the way. So that's the visibility. What about seating comfort? Sitting in back, very good. Sitting in front, lots of space. Not rubbing elbows at all with Ross. There's this big elbow rest that's separating us a lot. There is limited trunk room. Ross makes that remark. I agree with him. And he is the trunk specialist. In the front here, I'm the seat specialist. These seats are very, very comfortable. No problem on that level. I think you could ride hours in this vehicle without any problems. I've been, and there's no problem. This steering wheel is a bit large, but takes itself well in hand. There is awesome soft touch material here and here. This is very high level. These open air bolts here are very nice. These screws are well done, classy. The Meridian sound system looks good. The button, the touch gear feels very good. However, it's in terms of the ergonomic where this thing sucks a little bit. It's always a 2 or 3 step thing for simple commands. If I want to raise the fan, I got to press one button and turn the dial. If I want to do other simple tasks, same thing. The volume knob is way over there. It's really inconvenient. However, that's where the complaining stops. This infotainment display with this off-white background is so high class. The icons for the music, for the phone, for the home button, awesome. It looks like perhaps iOS in 2 to 3 years. I mean, it really looks amazing. I cannot get over the aesthetic quality of that. Same thing here with the digital dash, an aesthetic quality, a clarity. The fonts are beautiful, really nice stuff. So the build quality, the appearance, everything, I'm feeling $92,000, no problem. I'm feeling $92,000 in terms of build quality. In terms of engine transmission, it really has a lot of guts. It eats a lot of gas. All vehicles of this type eat a lot of gas. We can forgive it for that. Overall, I feel this vehicle, well, meets what I think the buyer of this vehicle is and what the buyer of this vehicle wants. So in that sense, it is very recommendable on the lease. However, on the purchase, I would stay away. Before with Ross, we opened the sunroof and then we tried to close it. Boy, that was thank God it wasn't raining, because or else we would have caused many thousands of dollars in damage with the water coming in here, I'm sure. We eventually got it closed. We turned it off and we walked away from it for like 30 minutes. But nevertheless, and this is perhaps a random, it may never happen again. None of the owners may have that, but it's just, I have to say it. I have to say it. And Land Rover, let's say, doesn't have the reputation of Toyota. I'm not knocking it. It's just, that's just what it is. So the lease, why not? You lease it and then you give back the keys after 4 years and there's no problem. And those are my thoughts on the very good Land Rover. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well, of course, you should subscribe. And that is it.